All right, let's dive in. Got those sources ready. Let's unearth some of the most fascinating bits. We've got one piece on rich versus poor mindset, and then we've got another one that you gave us all about stoicism. And at first glance, kind of like two completely different worlds,
It
right?
can seem like they're totally unrelated.
But get this. There's a surprising link between the two, and we're about to find out how ancient philosophy and modern money smarts can kind of mesh.
It is fascinating how seemingly unrelated topics can intersect.
Yeah. And in this case, we'll see how Stoic wisdom and cultivating a rich mindset share some powerful principles.
Okay, so the first source dives right into, what's the difference between these mindsets?
Mm.
And it's not actually about how much money you have in the bank. It's more about how you view money and opportunity.
Yeah.
So the piece talks about how a poor mindset sees limits, focuses on scarcity,
Yeah.
and operates like from a place of fear.
Yeah, that fear-driven scarcity mindset. It really resonates with one of Stoicism's central tenets, and that is focusing on what you can control.
Stoics recognized that much of life is beyond our control.
Mm.
Things like external events,
Mhm.
other people's opinions, even our own health to a large degree.
Mm-hmm.
But what we can control is our mind, our reactions, and our efforts.
So how do we bring that to the world of money?
Right.
So like a Stoic might say, okay, I can't control the stock market, but I can control how much I learn about investing, or I can't necessarily control getting that promotion, but I can control the quality of my work.
Exactly.
It's like a shift in focus.
Precisely. And that shift in focus is where the rich mindset starts to emerge. It's about embracing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, similar to how Stoics approach adversity,
Yeah.
instead of getting bogged down by setbacks.
Now, the source mentions a great example from Stoicism,
Right.
and this is the story of Zeno's shipwreck.
Oh, yeah.
So Zeno, he was a wealthy merchant sailing back to Greece when his ship went down, and he lost everything.
Everything. Wow.
Most people would be devastated,
Really?
but Zeno reacted with incredible calm. He saw it as a chance to start fresh, a chance to use his skills in a new way.
What's remarkable about Zeno's reaction is how it embodies that core Stoic principle.
Hmm.
He couldn't control the shipwreck, but he could control his response. And that opened up new possibilities.
And imagine if you apply that mindset to a financial setback.
Yeah, that's huge.
So instead of being completely crippled by fear, you could see it as a chance to learn, adapt, and innovate.
Exactly. Like maybe even pivot into a whole new career.
Yeah. I'm starting to see how this applies to my own life. I tend to say things like, I can't afford that, instead of asking, how can I afford that? It's just a small tweak in wording, but it feels like a huge shift in perspective.
It is. It highlights how Stoicism can provide a framework for tackling challenges with resilience and creative problem solving. And when applied to finances, that can be incredibly empowering.
So the rich mindset source also emphasizes financial education. It cites a study that found 88% of wealthy individuals read daily, compared to only 2% of those struggling financially. So the source suggests that the rich are constantly seeking knowledge, especially about money and investing.
And that thirst for knowledge aligns perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on wisdom and learning. They believed understanding the world and our place in it was key to navigating life's ups and downs.
Yeah. So it's not just about, learning about stocks and bonds. It's about gaining a broader understanding of how the world works.
Right.
And this reminds me of that Seneca quote that says, learning to live with less will create space in your life for the things that truly matter to you.
Such a powerful quote. It's relevant to both financial freedom and Stoic contentment. On the one hand, living with less can free up resources for investing and building wealth.
Mhm.
But on a deeper level, it's about realizing that true happiness doesn't come from material possessions.
It's more about prioritizing experiences, relationships, and personal growth. And then also finding joy in the simple things and appreciating what you already have. I think that's something we often lose sight of in our busy lives.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it really does. It really prompts us to examine our own definition of success.
Yeah.
Is it solely about accumulating wealth, or is it about living a life filled with purpose and meaning? What's one thing you could learn today that would move you closer to your goals, whatever those goals might be?
It really makes you think about, where you're putting your energy and stuff. Okay, so now shifting gears a bit, the rich mindset source, it talks a lot about calculated risk. And it emphasizes, stepping outside your comfort zone, taking chances, but doing it in a smart and informed way, not just recklessly gambling.
That reminds me of the Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort.
Okay, what is that?
Well, they would intentionally do things that made them uncomfortable.
Uh,
like sleeping on the floor or taking cold showers or fasting.
like, why would they do
It
that?
seems a bit odd, right?
Yeah.
But they believe that these practices cultivated resilience and gratitude. By intentionally experiencing discomfort, they learn to appreciate the good things in life and not be so easily rattled by adversity. It's kind of like mental strength training.
Oh, so by putting yourself in uncomfortable situations,
Exactly.
you're kind of preparing for,
Yeah, you're building up that resilience. You're not
yeah,
going to be as, phased so easily by.
life's little annoyances.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's interesting to consider how calculated financial risks and this idea of voluntary discomfort share similarities. They both involve pushing boundaries, embracing uncertainty, and they can lead to growth and a shift in perspective.
Oh, so like taking a calculated financial risk, like launching a business or investing in a new venture, that could be seen as a modern version of voluntary discomfort.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's about stretching your limits, facing the unknown, and ultimately becoming more resilient and adaptable. Just as Stoics found that voluntary discomfort heightened their appreciation for simple things. Taking calculated risks in finance can lead to a greater understanding of your own capabilities and a deeper sense of accomplishment.
That makes me think about like what are the areas where I could push myself a bit? What's one small discomfort I could willingly embrace this week to build my mental strength?
Yeah, like maybe it could be something small like taking a cold shower
Yeah.
or skipping dessert or having a tough conversation that you've been putting off. It's a good reminder that growth often lies just beyond our comfort zone.
Totally. Now that leads us to the final point from the rich mindset source, and that is the importance of internal validation over external validation.
Right.
So the material emphasizes surrounding yourself with positive influences, people who support your goals and uplift you. It also stresses focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on problems.
And the Stoic perspective aligns beautifully with this.
Yeah.
They believe that true happiness comes from within, from living a virtuous life in harmony with nature, and they cautioned against seeking validation from external sources like money, possessions, or social status.
The source gives a great example of a YouTube creator.
Oh yeah,
It explains that a Stoic wouldn't judge the success of their channel by views or subscribers, but by the effort and the quality of their work. The focus is on the process, not the outcome.
it's a subtle but powerful distinction. A rich mindset, much like a Stoic mindset, prioritizes internal satisfaction. It's about crafting a life that you find meaningful and fulfilling, regardless of those external measures of success.
It makes you wonder, are you chasing external validation or are you building genuine internal satisfaction?
That's a good question.
Are you driven by a desire for more or are you content with what you have?
Right.
Are you measuring yourself against others or are you focused on your own unique path?
Those are some deep questions to ponder. And this deep dive into your sources is a great way to unpack these complex ideas and apply them to our lives in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I'm really struck by how these seemingly disparate sources, one about modern financial success and the other about ancient philosophy, have come together to reveal such profound insights about mindset, resilience, and the true meaning of wealth. It's
Yeah.
like they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
It really highlights how timeless those concepts are. The thing that really resonates with me is this idea that true wealth might not be about a huge bank account,
Yeah.
but it's more about like cultivating inner peace and like living in line with your values.
It's about recognizing that the pursuit of meaning, purpose, and well-being, it transcends time. We can find wisdom in unexpected places, and the insights from the past can be incredibly relevant for navigating the present.
Absolutely. This deep dive has really given me a lot to think about, especially like when it comes to, how Stoic practices can help us redefine what financial success really means.
It's a question worth pondering.
Yeah.
If true wealth encompasses those aspects of inner peace, resilience, and living authentically, how can we use Stoic principles to reshape our understanding of financial success? What would that look like for you?
It's a really powerful question to consider, and it encourages us to kind of move beyond simply chasing money and possessions, and instead focus on building a life that's truly rich in every sense of the word.
It's an invitation to explore Stoic wisdom and discover how its principles can not only enhance our financial well-being,
Yeah.
but also enrich our sense of purpose and fulfillment in life.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful journey through these sources, and I think our listener will walk away with a fresh perspective on the connection between ancient philosophy and modern approaches to wealth and success.
Remember, the quest for knowledge and self-discovery is an ongoing process. There's always more to learn, more to explore, and more to uncover as you continue to dive deep.
So keep diving, keep asking questions, and keep expanding your horizons. Who knows what other surprising connections are out there waiting to be discovered?